I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I 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 need it!
You so fucking precious when you smile. Yeah. Hit it from the back and drive you wild. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Girl, I lose myself up in those eyes. I just had to let you know you're mine. Hands on your body, I don't wanna waste no time.
What's going on, guys? Still there, and I'm so just done with trying to get this tank. So as you saw in the intro, I G'd it with what I had left. I'm so just done. The summer sale spamming going on right now after my about 2 week hiatus from War Thunder while playing a lot of Battlefield 4. It just to come back to this is just ridiculous. I was really. Honestly, I don't even know what to say about this tank, but we'll get into its stats here. So, looking at it, it's obviously low profile, very sleek design, and if we look at the armor, it's very extremely angled aluminum alloy. Now, only the turret seems to actually have an astringent value to it, which is 25.4 millimeters, and the hull is just normal variable thickness. But either way, you're a light tank, it's going to end up in you getting hull broken. It there's really nothing else you can do when you get shot. The only thing you can survive is an autocannon. However, if they just start shooting you in the face anyways, you're probably going to die. But if you're hull down, which this thing can do quite well with its 17 degrees of gun depression, which is really good for being hull down. Also, the fact that it actually has just one crew member in the turret, which is actually the commander, the gunner assistant to the driver, means that only one crew member is at risk of getting autocannoned in the turret. And looking at the engine, it's a turbine engine, so it's going to be loud. You're not a sneaky light tank. You literally sound like a fucking vacuum cleaner. So everyone's gonna know where you're coming from. So it's futile in that role. Now, it's actually got a pretty good round here, which is XM885, and at 1,000 meters, it's got 252 millimeters of flat pen, 218 at 30 degrees, and 146 at 60. So it's actually really good, way better than the CV90's round, actually. So you can definitely things that you couldn't kind of pen with it, you can pen with the XM855 or 885 round, sorry, on the HSTV-L, and also its thermal was a tier 4 modification, which is quite a struggle, but it's got nothing special other than that. It's not like it's got any sort of armor upgrades or weapon or ammo upgrades, I should say. So that's pretty much all there is to it for the HSTV-L. There's nothing else of inherent value. I mean, it is a light tank. It has a lot of gun elevation, which, as you can see, I'm killing a Eurocopter with it. The helicopter spam has been pretty cancerous recently because, again, of the summer sale premium spam. Everyone's just kind of buying and rushing, and K50s everywhere. A couple like that guy, a couple Eurocopters, stuff like that. So it's been pretty frustrating to try and grind this thing, which is why I just went ahead and G'd it, because my matches weren't going too well in my favor. And as you can see there, I was trying to put my tank in an orientation to where if I did get shot in the hull, it would only be the front, but obviously he could see the corner there, and yeah, took me out. I was kind of asking for it, but hey, nobody went to kill him. So this is the Sinai game, and this tank is similar to the automatic and how its gun is quite inaccurate. Then again, this is stock, but I assume that how the dispersion is on this thing makes me assume that it's going to be kind of like the automatic, but it's still going to be worse, to where it's actually still going to be, I just dodged an HEG on there, where it's still going to be inaccurate even with adjustment of fire and whatnot. So long range fire, this thing is kind of tough. I think it's only 9 rounds, I believe, 9 rounds in the ready rack, like the little ammo cylinder that it has, because the reload is a second, 1.5 seconds. So, but the actual replenishing it takes just forever. So you got to ace crew it, and I believe the tank reloading crew skill actually helps with that, helps to reload the ammo rack quicker. I don't know how the mechanism works. It almost looks like that either the commander would have to load it himself, or there's some sort of mechanism in there probably that helps load it. I have no idea. But either way, when it translates to its performance in game, it's a real letdown with how long it takes to reload, considering it's not like a CV90 where you fire, I think I counted it one time, I think it's 20 shots or something, or like 18, it might be more. And then after the first round is put into the ready rack by the crew, the reload of the ready rack is really quick, because it's just shell after shell after shell after shell. This it's almost, it's not as slow as a normal MBT kind of reload, but it's still not, for what this tank can do, for what you could do with it by being offensive and flanking. It's not a very good ammo rack replenishment. I helped this guy repair because I am a light tank. I can help him repair. And then he dies 2 seconds later by a T-64. And, well, my ready rack was not very well loaded, so all I could do was kill his driver, and then the T-64 kills me. If it was like a CV90 or something, I would have definitely killed him way quicker. I honestly don't know how I feel. I think the CV90 is still going to be one of the best tank killing IFVs out there. This is technically a light tank, so, and then again, urban map, it's a light tank that has a really loud engine. I would prefer not to be on a city map, but then again, it kind of works in your favor because everybody around you and on your team as Abrams have a turbine engine, so the Russians with their T-80s, you know, so it kind of confuses them. But at the same time, say if you're on an open map and you try to sneak up on somebody, and they hear your turbine, they're gonna think you're an Abrams. Turns out that you're just a hull breakable mini Abrams, and it doesn't work. Now I tried hiding under here, and it didn't really work because I couldn't really see anything under here, even after destroying these vehicles. There was really nothing I could see. But because of its low profile, it is nice that it can sneak under lower ridges, or shallower ridges, I should say, than a lot of other tanks. And its gun depression also. Its gun depression is mainly over the side. Over the front, it's still really good, but over the side is where you get the full 17, I believe. I don't really think the front can offer that. I actually think you could probably kind of measure it because of the angle of the hull and like kind of where the gun points when you point over the front. But the rear is higher up, so the rear definitely is not going to have as much gun depression. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a little meme machine, but I still kind of like the CV90 more. This is a good light tank for America to have, but I would have preferred a better Bradley, honestly. Something with a dart round ammo belt, I guess you could say. Something more along the lines of the tank killing capabilities of the CV90, and also have better tows. Air Yeti has its weird bugged ammo detonation thing where all the ammo's in the hull, but apparently it ejects out the top. I don't know. And then I was wondering how I didn't see that T-80. I'm blind as a bat today. I'm kind of feeling a little under the weather for some reason. So, yeah, it's I don't know what to say about it. It's a decent machine. Mine's, you know, basically stock. All I have is parts and FPE. There's really nothing else I can say about the tank. It's just a good light tank for America to have, I guess. But again, I would have preferred a Bradley. There's really nothing much else to say. I mean, it can do that. It can have better mobility to counteract somebody that sees you. But of course, I may be playing a light tank, but I'm as blind as a bat, and I get killed by a T-72B. Yeah, that's it, guys. It's a really quick review. I think everybody said what they wanted to say about it. There's nothing much else I can add to this vehicle because most people have made videos on it already. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'm Steel Wolf, and I'll see you all next time.
Warriors around, don't get caught in the mosh pit. Fuel to the fire, ain't nobody can stop it. Trouble in my city, but you know I'm across it. Got a 40 on my hip, and I'm liable to spark it. Throw down these hits, my click is indivisible. I aim, you duck, I squeeze, now you invisible. I'm not afraid of getting physical. All these different chemicals are fogging up my visuals. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yeah, we notorious, we